like this. Just hope my mouse doesn't be a jerk. Okay. Dashboard. Sending data. YouTube says it's live, so I suppose I should get this going. Just so there's a bit of background music. Hope I'm audible. The mic is in a very different position from normal, so I may not be. I also know, very weird time for me to actually be going live. But, that's fine. Now, can I find that? There we go. Use pause. Hopefully, okay, I can see my thing actually moving, so that tells me it's working. YouTube chat up here so I can make sure I see all the YouTube chats. Also, it's gonna move around a bit, but... Well, I mean, I don't even know if I will be streaming Splatoon, so... Because it depends on how long this is going to take, which I have no idea. Also, hello, Anissa. Yes! Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you're wondering why this is kind of jittery, jumpy, it's because webcam is literally hooked in the collar of my shirt. That is the only way I could think of to do this. It's my magnificent pink scissors. Hello, AI. And I have obviously never done this kind of thing before. I'm going to probably be bad at it. But it's fine. I've watched Rudy from Alpha Investments open cards all the time, so it's fine. Open. There's a thing you could do where you do that, fold this somehow, and it makes... There we go. That's how you do it. Yeah, that probably wasn't even on camera. I've got to actually start doing things just through the viewfinder. That would probably help. So, I also have literally no idea what is in this. Also, if anyone's ever wondering what my normal view is like, that is why I occasionally have to unplug that light. Oh. Why would you be doing coke? That doesn't sound very good. 24 packs! Watch me be very terrible at actually opening these things. I say as I get the first one immediately. Kind of. Now, I do not know the order of this. Hello, Kaiju HD. No idea what the order is, so... Ooh, that's gonna be blurry. I fix that, maybe. Webcam. I wonder. No, still blurry. Webcam! I should have focused this on something beforehand. Let me see if I can... No, I need properties. Figure video. I don't think I can make it any better. Well, I'm trying. God, I didn't change anything. Just go. There we go. I can't force the focus. This webcam is not very great. But the text seems readable, so mutant expansion. Dual avatar defeating evil. I have no idea what these do. I'll probably end up reading them later. XC's import. Oh man, gotta import them XC's. I wonder if I don't have a second light I can easily use. I think that's part of my problem, because like it's focused on me just fine. It's just the cards look all blurry. Well, mutant. Okay, well there's shiny. I can't read that through the viewfinder. Conductor of Nephitus. I mentioned I'm not very good at this. Got the Knights of Stained Greaves. Okay, so just so I can make sure. Okay, it's 4 from the back. Okay. Wait. Move the mic a little bit. Get it. Move up. It makes some shadows, but that's fine. I will figure this out. Awakening the Possessed. For Senru, I have a big problem as my room is just dark. So... Jack in the hand. Look at him, spooky boys. I love him. He's the best. And dual avatar return. I mean, it's a good thing he returned. Thought he gotten lost going out to get cigarettes, so. I should also probably put the garbage in the garbage. That'd be handy. Crinkly bag. This webcam has very few options to it, so I cannot exactly fix the focus. Garbage down like that. There. Tri Brigade Nerval! Look at him. He's a thing that exists. Tri Brigade Standoff! Why are they standing off? I don't know. There's lore in this. Mutant Fusion. Rookie for hire. I didn't know there was for hires in here. For hires. I can't. It's focusing worse. It's focused out here somewhere. Zumi Hanmi, I believe that Hanbi, I believe it is. Raptor Heal Eagle. Tri Brigade Oath. Awakening the Possessed Gigabyte. And Mutant Evolution Lab. I have no idea the different rarities of these cards, so if I pull something cool, I won't know. I don't even know what all's in here, so it just wasn't absurdly expensive, so lab is good. I have limited sleeves, so if I open something that should be sleeved, let me know. I've literally got very limited sleeves. But I could read its effect. I have no idea what it does. I have not kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the time I haven't been playing. I should get back to playing it a bit, though. Star. Cupid 4! Ah, okay. Makes sense. Infernity Paranoia. Very paranoid Infernities. Virtual World. I've heard a lot of things about these. I am part of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Group on Failbook, and they do not like Virtual Worlds. It's great. Charge into a dark world. Why would I want to do that? Mutant Cry. Why is it crying? Someone give it a hug. Someone hug the mutant. Trying to. I hope you guys can make out a lot of these things. I think it's focused like way back here. Wouldn't be surprised. I'm probably sitting too close. I can move that. Shows off more of my gamer mouse though. I can just glance down. Bahama the Fairy Dragon. Raid Raptor Heal Eagle. Tri Brigade Oath. Joyous Melfies! Melfies are the best. No one can tell me otherwise. They are supported by Ojamas, and that makes them the best. I may have an unnatural obsession with Ojama decks. To be fair, they're not the only deck that can do it, so they have to do something else. Because, like, I can think of another deck off the top of my head that can spam rank 9s while putting Disruption on the field during the opponent's turn. Not summoning the rank 9, but putting Disruption. That being Generators. I like Generators. They're not very good, I don't think, but I still like them. Three, four. Jack in the hand! Spooky boys. UA Player Manager! Or Sports in the future. Oh man, the first Link monster I've ever owned now. Tri-Brigade rule the Silver Sheller. So he's gonna go up here, because he's my first ever Link monster. Yeah, I don't own many physical cards. There is literally nothing I can do with these cards. There isn't a locals nearby me. I know currently I could probably do some, like, online locals and stuff, but do you really think I'm gonna try playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like this? Like, I have to give them this kind of view, and that's just not what I want. Mutant Blast! Virtual World GGGG. Infernity Conjurer. UA Libero Spiker. Raid Raptors Phantom Knights Claws. Wait. They've tried making Raid Raptors and Phantom Knights work together? What? Come back, Anissa. What does this even do? I'm gonna need to pull this off camera so I can read it. My eyesight is not that good. A monster effect is activated. Dispatch one material from your deck. Exceeds monster. Negate the activation. If you do, a card that dispatched material was a Phantom Knights or a Raid Raptor or Xyz Dragon card. One Raid Raptor Xyz monster you control gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. Oh, okay, so it's literally just a generic counter trap as long as you have a Dark Xyz monster. Neat. See, I've never played Raid Raptors because there are so freaking many of them. Not as many as Blackwings. I've not played them either. But there's just so many cards, and I'm kind of dumb. So... Magical Broker! He brokers your magic. Tri-Brigade Nerval! Tri-Brigade Standoff! I get the feeling I could probably throw together a terrible Tri-Brigade deck by the end of this. I mean, I've got a Link monster now. Infusion! Infernity Conjurer! Inzumi Hanbei! Okay, Konami, I don't normally get at you for names. I know you guys can't even probably read that. But Prufinus the Tactical Trapper. Raid Raptor's Unbreakable Mind. Ooh. Sparkly. Tri-Brigade Shreg the Ominous Omen. Another Link monster. I feel like this set is telling me to play Tri-Brigade. I play Gimmick Puppets and Ojamas. You think I care about meta? I'll have to update my EDO Pro and take a look through Tri-Brigade stuff. Gimmick Puppets will forever be my favorite deck. I just love their aesthetic. They're not very good, but I don't care. I play for fun. Because as mentioned, there's no locals near me, so like I couldn't play for anything other than fun. So, Mutants Clash. 1 or 8. What? Your life points are lower than your opponent's. Reveal the top card of your deck and if it's level 1 or 8, add it to your hand or special summon it. Otherwise, your opponent can apply one of these effects. Oh! Gimmick Puppet support! Because they get punched in the face a lot. Awakening of the Possessed Riansuryu. Cupid 4. Mutant Expansion. Dual Avatar defeating evil! Yeah, import more XEs. Mutant GB88. Raid Raptor Strangle Lanius. What if I don't want to strangle Lanius? That sounds mean. I'll give Lanius a hug. I mean, gimmick puppets have gimmicks. They're just not very good. Have you seen the Leos? They're literally both gimmicky win conditions. So... they have gimmicks, it's just they're not very good gimmicks. Rookie for hire. I also play for hires. Should actually read what this does. Should be 1 monster, special summon 1 monster for hire from your hand or deck whose level is 1 higher or 1 lower than the tribute monster, has one in the field. You have to play an attack turn you activate this effect. That's a quick play. Wait. Monarch Storm forth into this on the opponent's turn. For hires have like every level. Because it doesn't say tribute 1 monster you control. Just 1 monster. It's probably a dumb combo, but it's a combo. Hand. You a player manager? Hey, Drive Brigade. It's another that dude. Putting all the Link monsters up there because I can. Gluttonous Retroflin Grithis. Okay. I'm gonna just go over there. GB88. I think I've got a whole playset of these now. Arcana Force? Arcana Force. Yep, Arcana Force. Does it have a horrible negative effect? Yes. Why? Why, Konami? I don't... I mean, yeah, add 1 card from your deck to the hand that has a coin tossing effect. That's handy for Arcana, but why opponent gets to just add 1 card? Why? Why, Konami? Hello, Zedawad? A dual avatar compact mutant arsenal. He doesn't so much look like an arsenal. I mean, the gimmick puppets do also have some burn cards. They're just not very good at burning. Tri-Brigade Revolt. Tri-Brigade Standoff. The Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves. Rookie for Hire. Mutant Cry. Bahama, the Fairy Dragon. I like Fairy Dragons. Raid Raptor Heel Eagle. It's a bad guy eagle. Gotta boo this one. So boo. There we go. Tri-Brigade Oath. And Tri-Brigade Fractail. He has a big crossbow. Yeah, one of their cards has an effect to do like 500 burn damage. It's one of the eggs. Not Humpty Dumpty, the other one. Might actually be Humpty Dumpty. It's a card no one uses, so it's understandable you wouldn't know it. Like, from what I remember, its effects are to make itself level 8 or deal, like, 500 burn damage. Virtual World Shell Jaja! Generators have a Link monster? I didn't know that. What does it do? Strength card and monsters point to cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card points to 2 monsters, you can switch control of these monsters. You can only use the effective. Oh! Oh, that's not generators, Generator. But still. Generators could actually use this. I misread it, but it still would work for generators. Because being able to just swap a token to them, a token that blows up at the end. You a liberal spiker. You a man of the match. I forgot to do the thingy. Oh well. Virtual World Roshi. Lao Lao. And Kieran Lili. Clash. Gimmick Puppet support. Awakening the Possessed. Reds for you. I have a whole playset of those now, too. Yes, I am also live on YouTube. Yeah, their XCs are a lot of destruction, and then Leo, who gets destroyed. So, technically, destruction. Free-range monsters. It's just a normal summon during your opponent's turn. Okay. Virtual World Gate Quinglong. Paralysis. Yeah, Paralysis. Perialis. Or whatever. Empress of Blossoms. She has a very pretty dress. Magical Broker for all your broking magical needs. Infernity Conjurer for your Infernity needs. Izumi Hanbei. The Trapper. Raider's Unbreakable Mind. And Infernity Doom Archfiend. I didn't play during Infernity format, so I don't have any attachment to Infernities at all. I don't even have a negative opinion of them, because I didn't play against them ever, so... No, Leo's the XCs you don't want to play. His gimmicky win conditions are too gimmicky to ever work. Well, I suppose the one where you win if he has no materials and the opponent has 2,000 life points left might work, but getting him out of materials is the problem. Four. Tri-Brigade Revolt. Tri-Brigade Standoff. Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves, Gigabyte, Banquet of Millions. I have seen Eater of Millions. I don't like him. He ate my battleship. Eden Blast, Greeths, Virtual City, Kowloon. Wait, it's a city, but it's not a field spell? Here's one Virtual World Gate card from your deck. Face some of your spell traps are in. Apply effects in sequence based on the virtual gate cards you control. All virtual monsters gauge your attacks, and the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Special summon up to 4 virtual world monsters with different names from your extra deck. Neat. I can see how that deck is meta. I have tried to make Leo work. He doesn't. And the extra deck space, contrary to what you might think, is decently tight. Because, for general gimmick puppet shenanigans, your extra deck has at least 6 specific cards that it just needs. That being one of their Link 2, one of their rank 4 Xyz, 2 of Strings, so that's 4 cards already, 1 of Strings rank up, and Grinder. Giant Grinder. So, like, that's a fair chunk of your extra deck right there. GB88. Arcana Reading. I really want to like Arcana Force. I like coin flips. Even more so in reality, because coin flips are kind of easy to rig. But it is cheating. You shouldn't do it. But... oh, I did it twice. Oh well. Rock Band Xeno Guitar. Okay. Jabbing Panda. He's punching that fish. He's punching the shit out of that fish. Infernity Suppression. Infernity Paranoia. Infernity Wildcat. This is the pack of Infernities and a fish to put them all out. Well, to be fair, making them draw a card turns them off from what I've learned. It's half the box. So, yeah, I think I will definitely be doing some Splatoon after this, because I tend to stream for about 2 hours, and it's only been about half an hour. We have so much cleaning up to do. Relish, Empress of Blossoms. I still love her dress. I want that dress. I would wear that dress. Like, I legitimately would wear that. I don't care if it's a dress. It's pretty. I want it. Magical Broker. Jab and Panda. Infernity Suppression. Dogmaticism. Okay. You can cry. A man of the match. Right, I put a link in there. Oh, well. Oh! 2 links. Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo. I've heard of Prank Kids. Oop, I'll get it on camera. I've heard of these. I heard they topped one event, and then everyone went nuts, because, oh man, they topped. So... I'll remember how to do this. You can clash. Yeah, I never bothered because I don't play competitively, so I figured if I run into them, I'm just dead anyway. And then I ran into them playing Monarchs, and I kicked its ass. Trora Lili. Tri-Brigade Nerval. Penguin Brave! Penguins! I love penguins. Look at them. I like that one. You guys can't really see it, but I like that one. Grease. Arcana reading. Unbreakable Mind. UA locker room. It looks like a training room, but... Dual avatar empowered Kongyo. It's so blurry, but he looks weirdly happy. I don't trust him. He has bad thoughts. He needs to go in the corner. The timeout corner. And be timed out. Fernity Paranoia. Fernity Wildcat. Dual Avatar Return. Charge into a dark world. Mutant Expansion. Jaja. Dual Avatar Compact. Fernity Conjurer. And Nyan Nyan. Okay, she's cute. I kind of have a thing for, like, robo-girls. She is very cute. She looks like she would absolutely kick my ass, but that's fine. I'm just a fat dude. Of course she would. Freaking... These two could kick my ass easily. I have the relative strength of an Ojama, so... Player manager. Control world. Gate. Going along. Hey, playset. Jab and Panda. Dual Avatar defeating evil. I gotta keep looking up to make sure I'm actually still in things to keep leaning down. Gigabyte. GB88. Banquet of Millions. Gizmek Mikami, the Ferocious Fanged Fortress. That is a lot of text. I am not reading that. If I get Lulu, then I get Lulu. If I don't, I don't. Jack in the hand. Rian Saru. Stained greaves. He should really clean his greaves. Like, take care of your kit, man. Charge into a dark world. Xyz import. Gotta import those Xyz. I actually wonder, what does this do? Everyone who sees monster you control, add one monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. Oh, and one monster your opponent. Attach it to the opponent's monster as material. Oh. So, gimmick puppet support. Read this. Air Dragon. Bad Guy Eagle. Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault. I can't even see the art on this card because I have terrible lighting in here. It is very dark in this room for, like, video, which is why I have that light. It's not helping a whole lot. It's trying, though. That light is sure trying. Penguin Brave! Is this? Oh, it's a generic synchro. I didn't even notice. She's also generic. Neat. Burst of Blossoms. Tri-Brigade Revolt. Free-range monsters. Dogmaticism. Mutant Cry. UA Man of the Match. Yeah, I have a full playset of these now. Mutant Mist. MC cannot be special summoned, and that... I might need to build those, because they don't sound very good. I know it's probably just the effect of that one. Really need to get EDO Pro updated. Because I refuse to play on Dueling Book. It just does not seem like a pleasant place to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusion. Fusion Clash. Lily. Tri-Brigade Nerval. Think playset of those, if not over a playset. GG. Trapper. Dogmaticism. A Locker Room. For Noble Knight Captain Oliver. Hello, Germonarchy. Gunmonarchy? I hope I said your name partially right. Could this technically be a Noble Knight card? I mean, Noble Knights can't make it, but would it technically be a Noble Knight card? It's something that's kind of confused me with the Infernoble Knights. Like, I've heard of them, but like, are they technically still Noble Knights? I will try to remember that. No promises, though. Eternity Wildcat. Eternity Suppression. 1 or 8. I'll take 8, please. Phantom Knight Sustained Greaves. Mutant Expansion. Jaja, I think that's my 3rd of those. Compact. Conjurer. Raider's Knight. But that doesn't... I get it's Raid Raptors and Phantom Knights, but it doesn't. You can't have a Raider Knight. Knights don't raid. Knights are knights. Raiders are raiders. They are 2 different things, Konami. And down to 4 packs. I do not play IRL. I just wanted to open some cards, because it's been forever since I've had any. There is not a locals near me, so... I can't play IRL. I do like owning the cards, though. Penguin Brave! Oh, man! Penguins! 4 copies now. Burst of Blossoms. Tri-Brigade Revolt. Hyundai. Bad Eagle. Oath. Gigabyte. You gonna take a bite out of some gigas. UA Hyper Stadium. UAs seem neat. Even more so now that they have actual, like, more level 4s. And a monster that can special summon itself easily. And aren't just high-level monsters that struggle to ever hit the field. Senru. Jack in the Hand. Dual Avatar Return. Cupid 4. Xyz Import. Greeths. Fairy Dragon. Illegal. Tri-Brigade Caress. I don't know. Last I heard, Phantom Rage was new. It was kind of cheap, so... Only Phantom Rage. I haven't kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played for... Going on half a year, I have not played. I intend to. Like, I plan on getting back into doing EDO Pro stuff, probably on... Well, I would say probably on Fridays, but it's a wildcard day. I could do it Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, so... Free-range monsters. Frenity Wildcat. Frenity Suppression. 1 or 8. Mutant Blast. GG. Conjurer. Spiker. Perfect Sync. Aun. I don't freaking know. I'm not up to date on the Yoigos. Last pack. Well, that would explain why when I went looking I didn't know Genesis Impact was a thing. Because I went looking like last month. This was a Christmas present from my sister, so. Frenzy Paranoia. Queen Long. Charge into a Dark World. Magical Broker. GG. Trapper. Wonder where Hawkeye is. Dogmaticism. Locker Room and Mutant Beast. Wait. They're making more armed dragon support? There's a nice brick of cards. Like dropping one. And then there's all those Link monsters over there. Does that mean they might be printing more Ojamas other than pink to support this new armed dragon? It's not all of my Link monsters now, but I have Link monsters now. I am definitely going to need to look at Chi Brigades, because this box clearly wanted me to play Chi Brigades. But yeah, for some level of reference of the last time I played and seriously collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards, isn't it even? Exactly. Close enough. Get those in there so they're out of the way. I should be able to get it from here without moving too much. Next door up, isn't it? Or not. Might have to move a fair bit. I don't see what I'm looking for. There it is. Things in the way. Ooh, I just saw a spider. I don't like spiders. But yeah, I have this old thing. With some very, very unkept cards. Because I was a dumb kid. Man, Penguin Soldier. This is the last time I played physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Just have freaking all this, like, I was a bit of GX era in here. I have, like, nothing particularly great. I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was barely old enough to read. Oh, this poor Dark Dust Spirit. Rag and Zombie. This is from my starter deck. Actually, this one's from starter deck Yugi. I swear there's one in starter deck Joey, but I had both, so these cards from both. Because my sister had Yugi, and I traded with her for some cards, and yeah, I had starter deck Joey. Hane. If he didn't target, Hane might actually be okay, but, you know. And, yeah, you guys can't read it. But select one monster on the field, regardless of position. So, you know you can select any. There's Kangaroo, Rogue Doll. I remember when this thing was actually useful because it has 1600 attack. I probably have some there's Illusionist Faceless Mage from starter deck Pegasus. Gemini Elf. Hey, these are, yeah, I won't go through all of them. These aren't even all of my cards, but because I have about 6 built decks somewhere else, but they're out of reach. It's like I can't just grab them without moving, and my webcam is hooked to my shirt, so... Put that back in there. I will put these somewhere safe at some point. My sister undoubtedly has a binder here somewhere I could put them in. I mean, she undoubtedly just has room in her Yu-Gi-Oh! Binders. She has immense Yu-Gi-Oh! Binders. She doesn't play, but she has a buttload of the cards. If I ever actually wanted to play, I could probably build a decently competitive deck out of just the stuff that she has, and she'd probably gladly let me use it, as long as I sleeved it all. So... which, of course, I would, because that's just what you do. See, there she is. A lot of cards. I don't have near that many. Now, to get this transitioned to Splatoon, because I'm kind of done opening cards. Let's get the switch on now. That one. There we go. Hey, you can see my other screen. That's what my my everything tends to look like. This out. No, it hopefully won't give anyone motion sickness. I can get it just around here. Glowy headset, because this is how I'm making sure that the music wasn't too loud. I am very impressed by this controller. Should be coming back. Come on, Streamlabs, you can do it. Why do you gotta suck most of the time? Well, it's because you're Streamlabs, but... which means the chat also kind of broke, because everything... I had to close Streamlabs. But things should be back, I hope. Is YouTube working again? YouTube appears to be working again. Handy. Also I need to move the microphone. I need to update the Twitch game though, so one moment. Because it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, so I don't want to confuse people. Splatoon2. There we go. I very much apologize for that. Streamlabs just decided to go bleh, and yeah. Everything should be working again. Just need to get this moved back down. Okay, that didn't go to plan, but you know, the Switch is derping now. Noticed it now, so I can fix it. There we go. Should work. I was having a Splatoon for like a bit. I don't even know how long it's been anymore. I think it's been just about an hour now. Yeah, just about. Okay, so about another hour. I should have just transitioned to something like Yu-Gi-Oh, but that takes updating EDO Pro and getting things set up for that, and I don't have the things currently set up for that, so would have been a bit of a nuisance to get set up. This thing having a gyro in it has very much impressed me. I'm still getting used to it. Like, it definitely doesn't play exactly the same as the Joy-Cons. But in a test battle I did earlier, I did okay. And this is micro-switched D-pad, which is awesome. I love this. I love micro-switches. I'm gonna mini-splat, because mini-splat. Yeah, I'm definitely going to see about building tri-brigades. I'm not going to be doing it well, and I know it. I also need to turn this back up. And the main reason why I know I won't be doing it well is I don't... What type even are they? Guessing they're all Beast Warriors. There is not much Beast Warrior support. Okay, so I can't really screw it up much. It's just like Tenki and Tensu, and that's about it. Well, that didn't go to their plan. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna die. Or maybe not. I live! I live! Yeah, Cat, I will probably bring these cards up to you once the stream is done, if you're still here. Because you undoubtedly have space for them, and I really don't. I just noticed the L3, R3 are also micro-switched. Gods, the Australians know how to build controllers. This is an Australian controller. Oh, I just noticed that Zay had followed. Thank you for that. I didn't get the notification sound. I apologize. I did not thank you when you did it. If you're even still here. The stream kind of dying like that, I imagine we'd have a lot of people going, well, I'm just gonna go now. Which is understandable. Ow. That could have gone better. That also could have gone better. Killed by Jad. Killed by a RuneScape mob. Well, boss. But still a mob. Because that is the definition of mob when it comes to games. It's basically just an NPC. Which includes bosses. I would expect, God, what's the archetype? The archetype that's around Tri-Blaze Accelerator to be getting some support in that. They're probably not, but the expectation is there. That, burn deck. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. That's fine, it's not important. It is not important I remember what it's called. Because it's a burn deck, and I don't play burn decks. I'd rather win by derping my way to victory than doing something smart. Do I look like someone that would do the smart thing? If your answer is yes, then you really need to evaluate your ability to judge people. Ow. Did not realize that was a point out. So bad at this. Oh man, ice barriers. Wonder if there would be anything to support Wetlands Beatdown. Because that was my favorite variant of ice barriers. So bad at this. I mean, part of me does kind of want to put on, like, a more Christmassy outfit and just go around partying everywhere instead of actually battling, but that's less fun to watch. Ow. To be fair, Wetlands Beatdown could beat the crap out of Gimmick Puppets. Because Dudark direct attacking for 2400 is brutal. I think we actually have a partier on the team. That would explain things. I'm so bad at this. And I mean, Gimmick Puppets, while they can have some pretty decent attack values, often struggle to keep those attack values on the field. Getting Dudark direct attacking, it's literally just Wetlands and normal summon Dudark. Wetlands gives him 1200 more attack, putting his 1200 to 2400, and he direct attacks as long as you only control level 2 water aqua type monsters. So, like, it's not that hard to get there. Even more so with the Ice Barrier's medallion to just search out any ice barrier. And yeah, I'm guessing S'mores is just not really playing, so I'm gonna go find a different lobby. I'm not a fan of these maps in general, but, you know. I don't mind them. I don't think there's a single map in Splatoon I don't like. There's some I don't care for as much as others, but that's about it. True, but with Wetlands Beatdown, you can play a lot of floodgates. Because, like, your entire strategy is just get Doodark, punch in face 4 times. If you have a, you know, anything else that can deal direct damage 3 times. So, like, you could play Summon Limit, no problem, which would slow down mostly everything. What are the others? I think you can play there can be only one. Like, I'm not trying to say it's a good deck. It'll definitely still lose, but it can definitely annoy the hell out of proper meta decks. Darn it, Fritz, all you had to do was dash around that corner. That's why I say it's Wetlands Beatdown. It isn't Ice Barriers. You do use a couple of the Ice Barriers, like Prior, because Prior helps you get to Doodark. And you basically just build the deck with a bunch of Water Aqua type level 2s that can, that have decent attack. And, well, you beat down. This is what they do. That was the best variant of Ice Barriers. You could, if you felt like it, you could actually splash in any of the level 2 Ice Barriers, because they were all Water Aquas. So, you could literally splash any of them you wanted into the deck. No problem. Yeah, I saw Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh's updated Ice Barrier Archetype Archive. And I mean, I still even stand by his opinion of they're not one of the worst, even without this new support, they still aren't one of the worst decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! There are far worse decks. Ow. And even though they themselves aren't very good, you can't say they never had an impact on the game. Because Trishula. Like, basically any of their synchros, really. They've all done something, it's just they themselves struggle to make them. Which they probably won't struggle to make them anymore, which will be pretty neat. Get a job! I've been trying, Mr. One Star! I mean, the biggest problem with Ice Barriers is their age. I mean, it'd be like trying to make, like, old elemental heroes. Not like the new ones and the other variants, but like the old elemental heroes work. You just can't. They're not good. Even in their day, they weren't great, but their age really shows. Ow. Hello, Japanese viewer. I wish I could say your name, but I cannot. I do not know Japanese. I've been meaning to learn, though. But hello. Ow. They'll probably end up going through basically the same sort of thing that Noble Knights have with Noble Knights. Where they just go, yeah, this is technically still this, but here have an entirely new archetype of actually useful cards that work to a similar idea. Though a big issue they're going to have doing that with Ice Barrier is Floodgates on legs. So, like, players are going to hate that if they make them actually rather good, because Floodgates, no one likes them. Ow. I don't know how I lived so long there. Oh, we've had a disconnect. And they're still losing. I feel bad. I'm not so much losing anymore, though. I no longer feel bad. Though they almost didn't pull that back. I think they win. No! I feel bad. Like, I don't doubt that Konami could make Ice Barriers good, and I am kind of excited for the structure deck. I won't be getting it, because I don't really have the money for it. And there's not a huge amount of point of me getting it, so... I would love to see Arcana Force actually get some decent support. Like, would it kill Konami to release some Arcana Force cards that have positive effect on heads and just less positive effect on tails? Like, I had been playing around with some ideas for custom cards, and like, an example I would use is like, on heads, draw two, like a coin flip. On heads, draw 2 cards. On tails, both players draw 1 card. That's still a positive effect. It still helps your opponent, but it's not like your opponent draws 2 cards, so you go -3 on the effect. like Cup of Ace. Ow. I got a friend request? If you send a friend request, I will get to it. Oh, jeez. That didn't go as planned. Like, I very much stand by it. Wouldn't make Arcana Force that brokenly powerful, but it would make them playable. Ugh. Ugh. Burps. Apologize. I should probably come paint way over here. I will say also, I kind of wish Konami would just update Legacy of the Duelist, like, not like immediately after like a set comes out, but like 3 months later, add all of the new cards to Legacy of the Duelist. That'd be cool. They're not gonna do it. It's Konami. But it would still be cool. I mean, Arcana Force would be a playable, fun deck if most of their cards didn't basically read, if heads, you gain minor advantage, if tails, your opponent wins the duel. Like, an example being Cup of Ace. Like, if heads, you get a Pot of Greed. That's not minor advantage, but still, it's... On tails, your opponent gets Pot of Greed without you having to play Pot of Greed, so technically it gets 2 Pot of Greeds. Technically in advantage anyway. It only draws 2 cards, but you get what I mean. Advantage-wise, it gains the advantage of having played Pot of Greed twice. Like... Or then there's the Arcana Force monster that basically, upon being summoned... Now back out and get that friend request. Upon being summoned, either can be used as 2 tributes, or can't be tributed at all, and you've just wasted your normal summon. Good job. In a deck that can only normal summon. Because it has no special summons to speak of. Like... That's another thing they could do with, is, some actual... You could do with some actual special summons. Yeah, that is fairly dumb, but it is Konami. I have Link Evolution here on the Switch, and I play it a lot on here. 'Cause I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I just can't play it physically. With how I've seen a lot of people rule sharking, I don't think I'd want to play it outside of something like Legacy of the Duelist or EDO Pro. Because, like... Just watching some people posting stuff on the Facebook group I'm a part of, it's like, These people are just trying to justify cheating. Like, and because Dueling Book just allows you to do whatever, you know, you either have to just sit and wait for a judge, or just let them do it. Meanwhile, with EDO Pro, you can't rule shark. The game knows the rules. The game enforces the rules as the rules. You don't get to go, but I think the card does this. No, it does what it does. What the player thinks a card does doesn't matter. What matters is what the card actually does. Though I will admit some cards can be very confusing, like level modulation. One would assume that removing the summon requirement of an LV monster to summon it would include being able to summon the highest level LV monsters. But apparently not. I actually wonder how it's worded in Japanese, so I know for sure if it's just the TCG being weird because English is weird. I mean, I've not found that with EDO Pro. Maybe it's because I'd usually be streaming, but I'd find people that are playing just about everything. I'd actually rarely run into meta while playing. Once again, I don't really ever play unless I'm streaming, so that may have something to do with it. Like, I can't deny that that would potentially have something to do with it. Especially where people watching know I'm playing gimmick puppets, you know? Like, I remember one guy that would routinely play Cardians against me. Which was generally a moment of, okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be back when your turn is done. Hopefully. Cardians take forever to finish their turn. Yeah, I generally do. I'll play against randoms, and then if a viewer wants to play, I play with them. As you might be able to tell from the viewer count, that doesn't happen very often, so I tend to just play against randoms until a viewer's like, hey, want to duel? Sure. Because, like, I don't mind losing. And it becomes even more fun when my gimmicky random decks, terrible decks, end up actually winning. Hello, Toasty Leaf. I'm rather good. I hope everyone else is as well. I hope you've all had a rather good Christmas. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good Ghostmas. I look forward to throwing pumpkins at you. I really hope someone eventually gets that reference. Somebody has to. The internet can't have forgotten Blockhead. They can't. It's a reference to an old web animation called Blockhead. Yeah, that does get really annoying. And I have, like, pointed that out to a few people that have played meta against me, and I know it's just me being salty, and I'll tell them it's just me being salty. But, like... And it's only when people would get at me for playing Monarchs and then play, like, a 4+ negate deck. It's like, oh, so my playing Floodgates is bad, but you doing the same thing with negates is good somehow? Like... That is one thing I will never understand about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Negates are floodgates. If you can build up a board of 4 negates, you have blocked your opponent. They are probably not going to be able to play at all. I mean, I get, like, the Monarch's Erupt is really annoying to play against. I get that. Just a blanket monster negate? Like, that is powerful. But it is still locked behind me having a tribute summoned monster. Which is something I can't do through negates, because, oh man, negated my normal summon, I can't play now. My real life decks are the kind of decks a 10-year-old would build. Because I built them when I was around 10. The ones I still have. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For longer, but the decks I still have are... Yeah. I built them a long time ago. I do have a single deck from the Synchro era. It was a structure deck. It was the 6 Samurai deck. That is probably my best deck. It's their structure deck. Like... I don't even think it has the Synchro with them. I think it has the rank 4 Xyz. So it might be a later deck than the Synchro era one. Good movement. Decks. No, none of them are sleeved, because sleeves weren't really a common thing. Well, I suppose I have Asynchro. I have Junk Warrior. I think he actually came from a pack. An example of how old these decks are. The top card on this top deck here is Pot of Greed. It was still playable when I built that deck. Wasn't playable for much longer, but I still kept playing it because I literally only play against my older siblings, and I don't think any of them particularly cared. We weren't all that up on the ban list anyway, nor did we have much money for buying new cards, so I mean, it just made sense to play with the cards we had. The best deck I ever built was also built before there was a limit on the number of cards you could have in your deck. Nice! Hulk is good. I feel bad for all of the tuners that have had to die for Hulk's sins, but doesn't change the fact that he is good. I remember when he was still called Needle Fiber in the English version. But yeah. Pot of Greed. And right under it is a BES Coveted Core. That is very warped, because shiny cards warp. It is a... excuse me. It is a very fixable warp, so, like, it's not a big deal. Yeah. I still feel bad for those tuners, because those tuners were still problems. Even without Hulk, they were still problems. And it just took a certain, you know, for most of them, just one piece of support, aka Hulk, to be absolutely broken. Like, I get the Hulkifibrax is really powerful, and will probably end up being banned at some point. But a lot of these tuners that can summon more tuner, or a token, or whatnot. Oh man, I've reached 100 messages today. I want to tweet about it? No, Restream. Why would I want to tweet about it? Why would I want that? But like, the ones that can generate advantage off of being used as a tuner are kind of problematic for the game. Yep. Graceful Charity. Also warped because shiny. Yeah, this was my basically a janky beatdown deck. I mean, I need to recenter the... No, I'm not going to need to recenter the gyro. It fixed itself. I am still really impressed that this third-party controller has a gyro. Like, at all. There is also a chance he'll just never get banned. He'll just have an errata made to make him usable. Kind of like how Firewall, even though Firewall got banned, is getting an errata to make it less useful so that it can be unbanned. I meant to say less useful. Hopefully you understood what I meant when I just said useful. So I'm trying to focus on game and talk. I've been streaming since like 2016. You'd figure I would be good at this. Though I haven't been doing it consistently. That would... Yeah. If I streamed consistently, I'd be better at this by now. I actually think that Junk Warrior is in that 6 Samurai structure deck I have now. Just sitting here, because I was looking through my cards and I was like, well, hey, they could summon it. It's not very helpful, but it has more attack than the tuner and level 3 used to summon it. So, that's something. I had poked around at my deck when I had the thought of, well, hey, there's a local game store in the town I'm in. Maybe they do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I'll poke at my deck first. I'll still fail, but hey, I'll try. But no, they don't. They don't do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. They do Magic the Gathering. A game of which I don't understand. There's so many effects that they don't explain on the cards. It's like, but what does it do? Like, there's been so many times I've been reading a Magic the Gathering card, and it'll just be like, you know, an easy example, old cards, I know, for Magic, but banding. The hell? It just says banding. What is banding? What does it do? And you find a card that explains it, and it still doesn't explain it, which is why, you know, banding doesn't seem to exist anymore. But it's just a good example. Like, so many of the cards just have random words on them that mean something, but they don't tell you what they mean. What? That... What? Okay. I thought they had a maximum deck size. I thought it was 80. Might be for just various different formats. Because they have like 5, 6 official formats. So. Is this... No, it's sitting on top of a janky machine deck. Which, because I have such great cards, Mighty Guard is in here. Because he had stats. He really doesn't. Kind of another thing that's confusing about Magic is just all the different formats. And because they have set rotation, you also need to keep track of, like, what sets you can actually play. What cards have been reprinted so you can still use your old versions of them. Like... I much prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, go sleep then. Hope you enjoyed your time here. Ow. The stream itself will actually be ending off here soon. So it's closing in on 2 hours, I think. I might actually just play until the hour, just to make sure. Alright. And thank you preemptively. I can't link you to the Twitch easily, but the Twitch is the same name. There's also a Discord if you want to join it. I really need to get descriptions set up for these streams again. Like the YouTube streams. That takes effort. I've got time to kill. I'll do it after the stream. Probably while I'm eating. So I have not ate yet today. It's like 9:15 p.m. and I have not ate yet. Yeah, I will definitely be trying to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content more. I might do some Legacy of the Duelist stuff. I don't know. I'll definitely be doing EDO Pro in the future. Probably won't be until at least Monday, but it'll happen. Alright, have a good night. You have a good rest. Thank you for the follow. I am not getting notifications. Why is the notification sound not happening? Oh, it is happening. I'll unplug my headphones. Now I should be able to hear it. I'm smart. I'm very smart. I don't know if everyone watching here knew that, but I am very smart. Man, looking through these, anyone that, you know, plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still here. Let me get this moved. Oh, these cards are so dusty. Come on. Come on, you. Come out of there. Nothing like the OG playmat. Not quite OG. This is like second generation playmat. But the OG playmat. Good old destruction ring. I don't have my original playmat anymore because I was a young kid. That thing got ruined. Like, it fell apart because paper. I got gooed. I should probably play more carefully, but who has time for playing carefully? Playing carefully is for nerds. Ow. And I ain't no nerd. I am a nerd. Who am I kidding? I'm just not a smart nerd. I'm just a geeky nerd that's not very smart. Darn it, that did not go where I wanted it to. Damn. I might end the stream off here soon because my throat is getting really sore. This is what I get for not streaming very often, and then streaming and talking a lot 2 days in a row. I'll go at least till the half hour, though. I'm gonna ouch that. That wasn't worthy of an ouch. I played pretty horribly that game. Yeah, this stream has taught me a thing. I can't just swap between PC and console streaming. It kills Streamlabs. Which is a thing that is good to know. I think I've gone from console to PC before, but I've not gone the other way around before, so... how many micro switches are in this thing. I mean, they're so clicky and noisy, but I don't care. I love micro switches. Micro switches last so bloody long. Like, this D-pad will be good for a really long time. Also, is just really nice to use. Like, I imagine people could quite happily play fighting games with this. I'm more or less just advertising this controller at this point. It is a gamery controller, if anyone is curious. That somehow worked. I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Actually, I'll end the stream after this match. My throat is really starting to hurt. I really need to just adjust my mic sensitivity at some point, to the point where I don't need to talk louder for it to pick me up well enough to matter. Like, that's my biggest problem at the moment. Is like, I basically have to talk louder while I'm streaming. Because if I talk in my normal voice, it just does not really work. This is really just I'm way too quiet for this. But if I talk at, you know, louder, which is how I generally have to even talk to other people, it's, you know, not quite this loud, but this gets the job done for streaming, which is what I need. Welcome back, AI. I'm only going to be doing like one more game. Where you're back, I'll definitely do one more. I was thinking of doing one more, and we're ending it after this one, because my throat's kind of getting sore. I'll do one more. Also, AI, if you've ever been wondering how long I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! For, this is from Starter Deck Joey. Pretty sure that's what that said. Definitely Starter Deck. I think it's Starter Deck 4, which I think was Joey. It's D4. I think Joey might have been 3. Love these micro switches. I know if I sit and do that too often, it will break the micro switches. I've definitely got stuff I need to do tonight, because I need to... I don't need to, but I told my mother I would. I need to do up a video of, basically how to adjust the delay on a microphone or video through Streamlabs. Hello, Jadens. Oh, geez, you're all showing up now. I'll keep going longer. Screw it. I'll just need to grab my Gatorade from across the room. It'll definitely be nicer on my throat than coffee is, so. Yes, Merry Christmas to you as well, Jade. Merry Christmas to everyone. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then Merry Ghostmas. I look forward to throwing pumpkins at you. Why you might ask is because Ghostmas is a day about love. And I love throwing pumpkins. I feel so old because no one gets that reference. Guessing you've probably listened to a fair amount of Three Dog. And it's definitely not like a bad game. I just don't like its gameplay loop, because it is literally encounter enemy, enter VATS, use VATS, kill enemy, next enemy. Like, VATS is just broken in Fallout 3. And the gunplay is so awkward that you basically have to use it. I say that I played Fallout 3 on consoles, so... gunplay might be a bit better on PC. Still no iron sights, which really bothers me. It has a good story. And it has 3 dogs, so... yeah, I'm gonna need to grab my Gatorade. Stream's going pretty well. I've opened all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have 4 Penguin Braves. So, I mean... that's a thing. Actually, I think I have 5. It's a Penguin Brave, man. Look at them brave penguins. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a card game. For kids that adults play. I have Gatorade. I'm assuming the gunplay is so clunky because, well, Bethesda had never really made a first-person shooter beforehand, and B, they were trying to keep Fallout 3 at least similar to the old Fallouts, which, basically, the old Fallouts, the entire game was the VATS system. So, they were trying to make sure everything would work to play the game in VATS. Fallout 3, actually. which from what I've heard was actually a less buggy game on launch. Like, Bethesda themselves have never been the best at making games. They make good games, just not, like, the best quality games. Fallout 3 was really buggy on launch. Like, game-breakingly buggy at launch. But, you know. I've also not really followed Cyberpunk. I mean, I'm using it right now. It's really freaking good. I am still very impressed with the thing. I'll be honest, upon seeing it was another third-party controller, my thought was, well, another useless controller. But it actually is really good. It has a gyro. It has micro switches. It's probably a better quality controller than Nintendo's own controller. It's taking a little getting used to because the gyro isn't in the same place. Like, it's not in my right hand anymore, so I need to get used to that. Which is why if my aim seems a little weird, it's because I'm still getting used to the gyro being in a different place. It's about central on the controller instead of being in my right hand. I still aim with my left, but... because I'm a lefty. The position of the gyro still very much matters for how I aim. I didn't even notice there was a guy behind me. I haven't even had Animal Crossing open in so long. I wanted to do, like, something along the lines of, like, the 12 days of Animal Crossing, but I just kind of decided against it. I'll probably get back with Animal Crossing, like, next year, poking at it every now and again. This over here. Yeah, almost all their events very much seem like just craft everything yourself. But yeah, this controller. These are micro-switched. This is beautifully micro-switched. The sticks are micro-switched. I love it! And it's even big enough for my hands, which is nice. It even has a turbo button that I'll never use, but it has it. And it passed the Spring Breeze test. I fired up my DS emulator and played through Spring Breeze with this, so... I know the D-pad is remarkably good. Like, if I played fighting games, I would probably really like this D-pad even more. But I don't, so... My only real complaint is the triggers are really squishy. But they feel like pressure triggers, so that makes sense. Yeah, they are. They are pressure triggers. They're in the on position about halfway down them, so... Ow. Nice! I got some pants. I've yet to try them on. Literally, as I told my mother, I'm like, I I still appreciate everything I got. I would have been happy with just the bike my sister got me and the box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Because I know how expensive the Yu-Gi-Oh cards were, and a bike is expensive. Like, that was a lot of money that was spent on me. I'm glad to have the controller, but like I said, I would have been more than happy with just the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff, the bike. Gotta get biking again. I actually haven't. I've only had it out for one ride. I will get to that friend request after this game. Although this started as maybe Splatoon after, because I didn't think that opening one box would take 2 hours. And it's just turned into, yeah, I'll probably end up doing like 2 hours of Splatoon anyway. Yeah, I did see it, and it's basically people going, oh man, I'm gonna invest in Pokemans, not understanding that this is a bubble, it's going to burst, and they should be very, very careful. I've been watching Rudy from Alpha Investments basically break it down, and like, some of the stuff he's seen and commented on is like, I agree with him of it's kind of sad, because he knows these people are headed for financial failure and don't even realize it. Like, one guy apparently had bought like an entire pallet of Pokemon cards and then had to, one box at a time, move them up to his one-bedroom apartment. He really should have spent that money on something else. Invested it in something that he might actually get a return off of. Which is also a thing that Alpha Investments hits on a lot, is that investing in cardboard is a long game. You need to be playing the long game to make any amount of money. Even with Magic the Gathering, which is where basically most of the collectors tend to stay, you don't just buy and sell immediately or buy and sell next month. You buy, hang on to it for 5 years, then maybe sell if the price is where you want it to be, to then buy more product to sell at a later date. Like, I mean, it is nice to see Pokemon getting some recognition as, you know, a card game with value. I kind of wish Yu-Gi-Oh would also get that same recognition. I was going to get to that front request, and I didn't. Hello, Steven Santiago. I will probably call you Santiago, if you don't mind. Because it's really weird saying the name Steven, because that's my name. So, it may look like it's Stefan. It's not. It's weird spelling. My mother's fault. Like, I'm sure over time I'll get more used to saying my own name, but, like, it is really awkward. So, and I know it's also your name, but it still is very awkward. Yep, friend code's bottom left of the screen. I'm going to be getting to friend requests after this match. I'm going to remember to do it this time, so... Forgot to do it last time. I don't do private battles, but you are free to join the turf war I'm doing. So. Nice. I ended up getting enough money that with my GST next month, I will be able to pre-order Rise. I will possibly still need my sister to pay for some of it, because I don't think I can fully cover the tax. But I can get pretty damn close. So I'll probably just end up transferring her the money and just being like, hey, could you pre-order it for me? Because I really want Monster Hunter Rise. Like, I've really enjoyed playing Monster Hunter World, because it's a Monster Hunter game I can actually play and be good at. It's also been really fun playing it with Robotic. The only sad thing at the moment is I'm pretty sure, at least from last turn I were talking, her Switch is currently dead. It should be fixable. It seems to just not be charging, so... Surely Nintendo can fix that, and they probably will. Nintendo of Canada seems rather good about fixing Switches, so... Yeah, bottom left. Freshness bonus. I'm gonna quickly go use the washroom, so I shall be back. Gives you a chance to send your friend request. In the chat while I'm going. Okay, have returned. This is the home button. It's taking me a bit of time to get used to where all the buttons are. Yeah, I've had nosebleeds, blood's come out of my nose. One of which was because I got smacked in the face with a climbing rope. Like the knot on the end of it that you're supposed to put your feet on. I got smashed in the face with that. Communication error. That is some cute art. I agree with your sentiment, person. But they should use the controls they are comfortable with. If they are not comfortable with motion controls immediately, they shouldn't do it. And ultimately, you should probably end up using them. But it's not a necessity. And I will probably only go until about the hour because I do need to eat. And it's about 10 p.m. So I had planned on ending the stream like 20 minutes ago. Oh man, Japanese lobby. Stick controls for a shooter in general is clunky. Even more so a third-person shooter. Like, the people that absolutely swear by sticks, I will never understand. I am so dumb. As long as a space opens up in this lobby, I'll probably just stick with it. I know it's a bunch of Japanese players and this is kind of insane, but I like the challenge personally. Even though I am dying a lot and not accomplishing much. But, you know. I think I've ever watched it. I don't watch movies though, so that would explain that. There is no way to save a spot, but if you can try to get in, if someone leaves, then... I don't watch movies, though. I don't have the attention span for them. I'll get bored and go do other things and not pay attention to the movie. So as long as the spot fills up, opens up, I'll stay with this lobby. If one doesn't, after the next game, I'll just back out and join a new lobby. And I will go until you're at least able to get into one match there, Santiago. Don't think a space is opening up. Boo. Suppose one technically did. Still searching. might still change lobbies, because it's hard to tell if these are just these people's friends or not. I mean, there is also a chance I have seen the movie. I just don't remember it. Because once again, my attention span is really low when it comes to movies. So I can usually only watch them if I'm watching them with someone else. And that's because I can convince my brain that, you know, I'm watching this for this other person, basically. Like, I can pay more attention because I'm watching it for them. Because where I've actually watched a lot of things with Robotic, because, well, I'm watching it with her. It's more easy to convince my brain to actually pay attention and not just go off and watch other things. From memes. From a movie, not really. Yeah, I will swap lobbies after this one. There, Santiago. So, if you're trying to join, don't join. Like, if you're currently in the waiting to join thingy. I have watched the Snoopy Christmas movies, though. Because they're Snoopy movies. Oh, it's Peanuts, but to me it's always been Snoopy. Technically Charlie Brown Christmas movies, but I don't care about him. Snoopy. Snoopy is best. Snoopy and Woodstock. So much less intense. You may be able to get in after this round, though. And this should end before map rotation, so you will have a chance to get in. If not, I'll have to find another lobby still, because maps are about to rotate. Ow. That carbon roller is doing what carbon rollers do best. The stream should be around the standard delay for as fast as YouTube goes. The stream will never be one-to-one with reality. Because it has to travel from, you know, my computer to Nintendo, to Google, and then through Google systems to you. So there will always be a few second delay. I think it's around 5 seconds. It's like 5 to 7 seconds, somewhere in that range. It's just a reality of how the internet works. I can't play Splatoon without it. I can't do sticks. It just feels so imprecise. Okay, maps and modes have been updated. So close. Okay, I'll get a new lobby going. I'll join a new lobby, I should say. I'm not creating the lobby, I'm just joining them. But technically, it might create it with me, because that's how Turf War works. Reef and Wahoo World. I think that was the map rotation last I was playing. Like, the last stream I did, that was, like, the map rotation. Micro switches. Yeah, I'll go for at least 2 more games, because I do really need to go eat. So you should potentially be able to get into this at least for in the next 2 games. I can't control if it fills up or not. It's not something I can control, so. Pretty sure there's a way you can, like, basically trying to join while I'm in this will put you in a queue to join when I'm done. Or when a spot opens up, type deal. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Thought I actually had to attend a missile. Ow. Hello, Nazap. Ah! That's what you get, blah blobber. My Kitsune coming down the steps, and she appears to have something. Not sure what, but she has something. Oh, it's a ribbon. Hi. You hunt a ribbon? No. Leave the cord. No cords. Play with your ribbon. There you are. She has a ribbon. I don't think I'll be able to get her up to a spot where she's visible. It's a long ribbon. She should be barely visible. There she is. She's behind the microphone. She is a big girl. But yeah, I will only play this one match. I do apologize, but I really need to eat. My throat is sore. So... I will be streaming this more some other days, though, so... Frisk has hunted a ribbon. I'm very proud of her. Gyro got a little stuck, but the controller might just be getting low on batteries, so... we probably just need to charge. Or I could have just not actually moved my hands when I thought I did. So that does happen from time to time. My brain's like, hands have moved! And no, hands have not moved. Ow. Killed by Christmas. Yeah, I will note where you do seem to be very new to the game. You not liking motion controls now is perfectly normal. They take a lot of getting used to, so like it is perfectly normal for a new player to not like motion controls. I didn't when I first started. I first started with the first Splatoon, so like that was with the big clunky gamepad. But I actually really like the gamepad. Especially like with the amount of games you could just play on the gamepad itself. Like, you can really see how the Wii U was the precursor to the Switch. Like, the gamepad is basically the Switch. Only truly portable. But yeah, I do really need to go. I do apologize for that, but I need to eat and I need to do other stuff, so. I will be streaming more on other days, though, so do not worry. I'm sure you'll be able to find my stream again the next time I'm doing Splatoon. Okay, GG. Okay, with that, thank you all very much for watching. And you know, kind of made a pig's ear of the pack opening, but that's because this webcam cannot focus close up. I did not know that. It only really focuses at this distance. But, yeah, with that, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for some more Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. See you all then.